DLP agenda. The gang is all here. Rob, I was surprised that you got here by as early as you did because you were on the air today.
I was, yeah.
On 98
You
Rock.
were on yesterday, I believe.
I was. As a matter of fact, the APD, Justin Johnson, called me up and said, Kirk's going to be out. He said, what days are you available?
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, I'm not available. I'm available Monday. I'm not available Tuesday because I do my podcast. I can't do Tuesdays.
Yeah.
I'm committed to the podcast.
And God bless you for it.
And I can't, come on, I can't risk not being here.
Good,
Right.
fine.
Right, I have to be there. And so when I was there yesterday, I said, oh, who's doing Tuesdays? He said, you were. you took.
Wait, are we on the same podcast? Do we do it in the same room? We do.
Hey,
Well, the
and you made it.
Orioles play at 6:30, which means it's 6:05.
Yes.
Pregame,
Did you
yeah.
think about that when you said yes? I guarantee you that
I
didn't enter your mind.
Did not.
and it just lined up perfectly.
I thought about a lot of these days I literally can't do because I'm out of town or I'm flying out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at some point I've got to say yes to some things.
You're right.
And I realize even if it's a 6:30, I've done it before where I'll get here rolling at 7:20, 7:25.
Yeah, and we come
You
downstairs.
just start without me.
That's
It's not,
true.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's true. But who needs money more right now? You think I could have used that? that
well,
joke?
we would have understood. We would have walked out the
Nah.
yeah, so
They
yeah.
did ask you first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. My level of upset is a 2 out of 10.
Okay.
It's not a 1 though.
Well, I think you're wrong though.
It's not a 1.
Okay. Is this the latest poll question?
It's
Should you have just taken the gig
No, it's not that.
on Tuesday?
It's that should you?
Because I took it.
Right. It's the question isn't whether I should have taken the gig. The question is whether you should have taken the gig.
I'm not taking it for the money. I'm taking it
What-
to stay in
okay,
the
That's what they're going to
on the
answer.
radar.
They're going to answer whether or not that's more important than your commitment to this show. That's all.
Hey,
No,
not
you
only-
can't just because
Okay.
you can't revisionist think it just because you happen to get here on time.
And I brought alcohol.
Okay, well, yes, all
bottles.
those things.
2 bottles.
Good
Listen,
brands, too.
We have to go back to when the decision was made. We can't come to what a saint you were today.
3 weeks ago, I skipped the show just to go to the DC Improv for the same amount of money that I made today at the.
No,
at the radio
okay, and that's your main career. So I get
Right.
that. That makes more sense. It does. But again,
Are you saying that I shouldn't have taken the gig?
no, I think Tuesdays is the day you're like, oh, I can't do Tuesdays. That's the day that I do the DLP agenda.
But you're not factoring in that they asked me to do Fridays and Thursdays and Wednesdays where I'm out of town, and I'm saying no.
no.
So eventually,
no,
there's
no.
a day that I am in town.
I'm not factoring it.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that the audience will decide whether or not it's more important for you to make sure that you're here. Now you're here. That shouldn't factor.
Okay.
fact
Let's
that
just assume that I took it thinking I would be a few minutes late,
Right,
which
right,
I
right,
did,
right,
which I'm
right,
copping
right.
to.
Right. And so that same offer was made to me, and
Mhm.
I said I can't do it because I have this commitment. Now I get it. Your rationale is
Mhm.
I have to be on the air so often so I'm not forgotten about. I get it. That's something that when they vote, they'll factor.
So how am I wording this? The wording is
Should Rob
knowing that he would most likely be late.
Yes.
No, you don't even need to do all that because the people that are listening will understand the poll, and if they
Okay.
don't, they'll look at the poll and understand. They go,
Okay.
Should Rob have taken the offer to be on 98 Rock
Now-
on Tuesday?
How about this? You realize that like you and me, Tommy and Eric, we all do really well when we're on the air.
Very well.
We gain fans.
Okay, listen,
So,
I'm not
The
saying you're
more
wrong about that.
ears can
Yes.
hear us, eventually those ears, in some fashion, could lead to this podcast.
Kelsey
All-
did say you did amazing tonight.
Yes,
and
of
Kelsey
course.
called in and won a prize.
You
He
will come up
always
tonight,
does.
Kelsey. She's coming up.
She is coming up. Mhm.
I'm not discounting that. However, there's another guy that's on this show that's on every day in a more listened to time segment. So we kind of have that covered. And if you're telling me that when you said I'll take this gig, you go, oh, good, we'll get more listeners. That I probably didn't factor.
No,
I mean, it might be some ancillary benefit.
it's
but
always in the back of my head that look, anytime I do anything, the public's listening. One of the goals is to make fans.
that's
Steer
true.
it back to the
Yeah,
mothership
exactly.
here.
It
the
is.
Yeah,
So
DLP.
people-
did I plug the DLP agenda once? I did not.
Did you
I did not.
mention it?
Dude,
they
there
even-
might be more options of doing that coming up in the fall.
Okay,
There
that's
might
good.
be a wider
That's
lane to drive in.
Mhm.
So we'll kind of make
All right.
we'll make more of a concerted effort post Patreon Palooza, July 8th coming up. Thank you to everybody, by the way, that's A, signed up, and B, has upgraded memberships.
We have since the push
Dude.
last year for Jackson's ticket, we've got a nice little push. I don't know if it's related, but we'll
Thank
take
you.
it.
Holy
Yes.
shit.
But he
We've got
should still
some
pay it.
people jumping up. No, Jackson's clearly still paying
Yeah,
it, but
the poll, that was the
There's-
results.
There is an amount, although it sounds like the listeners want him to pay.
They do.
They want him to pay.
Well,
And
you know, he
Hey.
needs to learn a lesson.
I also want him to pay.
Well, trust me, we
I
know.
also
Yeah.
want.
Between me taking your gig today and you're paying.
I
it,
want the. Yes,
I mean, you're
that's
practically
a pretty big
bankrupt.
swing.
yeah, you're about to be
That
living
pay
under a
plus
bridge.
Jackson's
Right.
tickets. Yes, I could use that piece. That
The
chunk of money.
funniest thing would be if Katie took the radio gig today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
that would be amazing. Holy shit. Katie and Marianne would rule.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
ever get a chance to bump around Patreon when we're on there? You're updating the page. Rob handles
Mhm.
the Patreon. And look at other creators' incomes.
I
Some
try
can-
not to do that. I
some
try to
show
stay
it-
in my lane.
some don't.
We're running
Some-
our own race.
Yeah, exactly. Comparisons, the thief of joy type
Yes.
thing. Well, I
Mhm.
do constantly. And I shouldn't. You do it
Yes.
right. And
Justin
I do.
loves to have joy stolen. from
I
him.
love to rip it right
Mhm.
from my maw. What do they call it? I take defeat from the jaws of victory.
Right.
And man, there are some on there. Now, there are some on there that you look at and go, you deserve every fucking dime. Clearly, Shane Gillis, Tires Season 2, one of the biggest comedians in the world. He's hosting the ESPYs. He just got
Okay.
announced. He's going to host the ESPYs.
That's a
this
good
year.
Oh,
gig
fuck
for
yeah.
They
him.
just announced it
Yeah.
today.
So
That's
now
awesome.
maybe it's watchable.
It's going to be hilarious. Do you know what his Patreon, his monthly Patreon, he's probably getting some Spotify deal.
The
He clearly has
Sean and Matt
advertisements.
X that podcast.
Sean and Matt's
200
podcast.
grand.
Yeah.
Oh, no, way off.
Yeah, because I think that
Jeez.
the Adam Friedland show is around 100.
The Adam Friedland show is about 100, 130.
right?
Here's what is called Are You Garbage? There's the one big heavy set guy and the shorter guy
Okay.
whose name escapes me. They're great. They're on Tires. I think they're making like 80, 85.
Okay.
The Chris Restivo show.
4.
$4. I don't
4
believe
cents.
you.
Yeah. They just crested recently, Matt and Shane Seeger podcast, $900,000 a month.
Yeah. There's money out there.
Holy
So we just got to
shit.
grab it.
It's
We
amazing.
just
It's out
got
there.
to grab it.
It's a digital gold rush, and you're helping us get there.
All
I
right,
sent you
all right.
some new content today.
You did.
I sent you 2
we have
shows.
some great content.
I
coming
sent
for
you 2
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
one of. Okay, both of these are going to be an ask. Okay, and I'm going to
Yeah.
describe them without spoiling it too much. I have secretly always wanted to narrate an audiobook. I've actually asked 2 people. Ronald Malfi, awesome local author, writes horror novels better than Stephen King, in my opinion. Why? Because he'd actually end them. Stephen King
Right.
cannot end a novel. Ronald Malfi can. And I once asked, can I do an audiobook of your book? Not realizing how nationally fucking large he was. He's like, it's very sweet, but you just asked Metallica, can I play bass for him?
Yeah.
Oh,
so it was kind of
sorry.
ridiculous.
I'm
ask.
fucking
Yeah.
It's very nice,
stupid.
but I have Morgan Freeman.
I'm
doing it.
dumb as fuck. Yeah. So
They're often up for the same parts.
Yeah. He mentioned
We're having
some,
auditions, open auditions.
you don't know how not wrong you are. He gave me some name of somebody that is doing his audiobook, and I looked it up like, oh, that's
Lib Schreiber does all the hard
it's like
knocks.
on a
Yeah.
Liev Schreiber
Yeah,
level actor,
Yeah.
like
Is it
a
Sir David Attenborough.
like James Marsden or something
Yeah,
like that. So I'm like,
exactly.
I'm a fucking idiot. So he's like, I'll try and help, and I'll ask my literary agent, hey, are there any like smaller looking to get their legs under them authors that would like someone to do on the house audiobooks to create a demo? I used to have an agency called Vox. I auditioned
Yeah, heard of them.
100 times, never booked a single thing, and one of them was audiobooks. So I decided to take my favorite novel of all time, which is Cormac McCarthy's anti-Western Blood Meridian, which is a fucking brutal book.
Yeah.
They've never been able to adapt it to film because
I didn't
of
see how
violent
long
it is.
what you sent me was.
It's
Maybe I should
chapter
look
one.
at that. Okay.
It's
This is-
chapter 1.
It's a 15-hour listen. Yeah.
It's the entire novel.
Okay.
No, it's simply me doing a Western audiobook.
Are you playing it straight?
I
Are you talking like this?
listen. Just listen to it.
Okay.
I'm
But this is for
this is for
Patreon
Patreon
Palooza.
Palooza. This
Okay.
is just Justin's
July 8th.
July 8th.
Mhm.
Can I ask you one question about
Please.
it? When you do different voices or different quotes, do you change your voice? to-
Gentle
Uh-huh.
inflections, not
Okay.
very heavy. But the thing is with Cormac McCarthy, not to get too deep into the literary weeds on the DLP, he just throws all rules of dialogue and of writing out the window. He doesn't use fucking punctuation right. He has sentences that go on for 2 pages.
Right.
It's insane. There's no like, and then John said, "Get back here," but then
So
Muriel
it's how we
replied,
talk.
It's how we talk in
Yeah.
one long run-on sentence. You have to kind of decipher who's speaking. So I break it up a little bit, but I put my own spin on attempting to do an audiobook for one of the more brutal westerns of all time, featuring a gnarly character named the Judge,
Now,
Judge Holden.
Do you have any music accompanying this?
At the beginning and the end, it's
Okay.
bookended with
Classical?
some production. No, but it's a song that I feel like matches up real well. It's called "The Humbling River."
Mhm.
You know
This
that
I'm
song?
very intrigued by this.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna laugh, but I think you'll listen.
Well, you get a full plate of things for Palooza. It's going to
Yeah.
be the whole gamut of emotions.
Everything. You're gonna get funny. You're gonna get tragic. The second one might get me shot in the fucking head. The second one.
the theme of it was interesting.
Okay,
I might get also.
we're fucked.
Yeah,
We're gonna
Yeah.
get wounded.
We are
by
gonna get wounded.
husbands and loved ones.
Mhm.
Rob came up with a hilarious series we were laughing about last time upstairs called, instead of "Here's Why You're Wrong," "Here's Why We're Hard."
Yes, and thank you to Dave Dennis for the excellent photo
Excellent
of the three of us
job.
in bed.
Excellent job.
Wish
You
you'd
recorded
made mine
yours.
the biggest dick, but whatever.
It's
okay.
fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. Yours is fucking hysterical.
Thank you.
And by the way, one word to describe it, and I'll leave it at that. You have to listen to Patreon Palooza. Bars.
Thank you.
Bars.
I definitely was high
Fucking
when I started it, and I finished it straight. But yes,
Bars.
thank you.
It's
I'm
gonna
proud
get
of
your
it.
ass beat,
Yes.
but bars. I'm gonna get shot in the head because of mine.
Yeah,
Do we talk about the subjects of which
I don't think we
wait?
should. I don't want. I want to leave
Well,
that to their.
I'm-
Okay.
I will say this is
Let
that
them wonder.
I'm at the most risk because remember who I'm doing.
I know. I can't wait. I
You
can't
know,
wait.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're in
Because
quite a bit of
yes,
trouble.
you guys can maybe duck the people who are
Sure, I hear what you're
angry
saying.
Yeah. You
Mine-
have to see yours
Right. Yeah, you
He's-
see Gramps every week.
every week. Yeah.
God.
Why did you want to do that to my butthole? Mine involves. I'm not going to say who it is,
Mhm.
but I'm a big fan of Urban Dictionary. I love
Yes.
Urban Dictionary,
Okay.
and I found the top 50 most jaw-droppingly egregious sex acts per each state's preference. I go.
The
I do-
Alabama Hot Pocket.
It's one of them. I
Yeah.
do the Alaskan Pipeline.
What's
All
the
right?
Alabama Hot Pocket?
I listen to the podcast.
Listen to
Okay.
the podcast.
Mhm.
It's so fucking vile. And with this person, I go, yay or nay, would I do this to or with them the entire way through? And some of them, I start laughing so fucking hard. I was like, do I edit this laugh out? No, I'm keeping it in. Others were so gross, I couldn't finish them.
I think we should do that one
What's-
time on air. We go over them all, and then we pick the one that we would most
Yeah.
want to do, and the one that would be the biggest no.
Yes.
I'm not asking, but do you mention Maryland's?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Maryland
like,
has one. I hit every single state in the
All
union.
right, we got to give
Alaska
some
North-
payoff here. Maybe we should
Yeah.
say what Maryland's is. Okay, let me find.
Did you? I sent you the email. I
Yeah.
sent you a link to the article that I based mine off of for the person
Mhm.
contained therein. When they hear theirs, because it's somebody within the DLP universe,
These in alphabetical order. I'm assuming?
they are.
Yeah.
Yes, I go A all the way
Okay.
to Z.
Maryland is the Baltimore Blowfish.
Okay. Hold on. Let me guess what it is. The Baltimore Blowfish.
It's a pretty good one.
Okay. Does it have something to do with you puffing your cheeks up?
I'll give it to you.
There is part of that, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Not your cheeks, but
Right. Okay. Right.
Okay.
The girl that's blowing you. Is that right?
no,
No.
but she's doing something to you.
Is she beating your butthole?
She's a classy move where a girl is giving you a rim job. and
Yeah. Okay.
You rip
okay.
a huge fart into her mouth. Her cheeks puff up, and then she's the Baltimore Blowfish.
Oh yeah.
God,
I
man.
mean, it's
Hey,
romantic.
That's come on. All the all the stars have to align for you.
Sure.
to
Oh,
pull
yeah.
that-
Dude,
pull that.
a
some
lot
of
of
these
stars.
are so
First of all, getting a girl,
vile.
it's already a long shot. So yeah,
Getting a girl,
Getting a
and
girl,
getting her to
one.
give you a
Yeah,
rim job.
right,
That's where we
right.
are.
There's one that isn't. It involves clam chowder, the actual soup clam chowder. That's so funny.
Okay.
It took me a while to gather myself.
I'm sorry. Have you seen the Maine garden gnome?
What's the
Yeah. What the fuck is this
Okay,
one? Where
okay.
you place a garden
You're-
gnome
you-
in someone?
When you shove a garden gnome in your girlfriend's vagina without her knowing and leave it there.
Hey,
You then proceed to tie her up and force her to watch the Travelocity commercials with the talking garden gnome until you're done laughing or until she busts.
Oh my
that,
god.
that doesn't seem
I don't.
possible.
I think she would notice.
She
think
would notice.
It would.
I mean, do they have very small garden gnomes?
I don't know.
Or huge.
I
gaping
think.
pussy.
I don't think there's a size of anything that she wouldn't notice that you put it in her.
Yes,
I
that
think-
she's gonna notice
she's-
the garden gnome.
Right.
We have garden gnomes in my backyard.
Yeah.
Mine's
Oh, yeah.
built a
How
fairy
big are
garden.
they?
They're about about
All right,
7.5.
okay.
But the base, I'm going to say
Yeah.
about 4-inch diameter. You're
Hold
going to
on,
know
hold
one's
on,
in
but
there.
do that again.
There you go.
All right.
If,
Yeah,
if she doesn't notice, you don't want to have sex with her.
No, because she's not going to know you're having sex
Right.
with her. Well, maybe with
Hello.
Rob, but Joe and I, no. Joe and I are hitting one wall. Okay, Rob's your last hope.
You're
Obi-Wan.
hitting a figurative wall.
Yes,
It's not
exactly.
happening. Yeah.
So that'll be mine. Rob's is done. It's hilarious. We've got some special episodes that are coming
Some
out.
new people that are new to the network.
People.
Mhm.
This, I think we have I think it's 2.5 times more content than Patreon.
I mean,
Palooza
I've
1.
been doing the math. It might be. Plus, we're going to throw in some poll questions and other things, and maybe we'll just keep it going. Again, July 8th. If you're not already a Patreon, just join for 1 month for $5 and see if you like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So if you like it, we also we just did a track off.
Yeah,
It was fun.
congrats
It was
to
super
you.
fun.
You finally got a win under your
Mhm.
belt. It looks like you're
Well,
going to
who
win.
knows? There's plenty of votes left to go, but it's 2 super groups. It was fun because the catalogs were so
Yeah, the
were
Who
so
and the
huge.
Beatles.
The next one we're going to do, we mentioned it on that show, but the next one we're going to do is decades. So we're going to do
Yeah.
the 30s, 40s, 50s,
Nice.
60s, 70s, 80s, all the
One
way.
track per decade.
Yep.
Yes,
Mhm.
we each get one. So really, what I've already prepped it. You pick 2 songs, and if for some reason
Yeah.
Rob picks the song out of the millions of songs,
I
that
think
were
I can
produced-
name your song of today.
Huh? Okay, try it. Try me.
Red Wine Supernova.
Okay, that's it.
God damn. You know your boy.
I know. I know.
Oh,
you love that
shit.
song.
How'd you
That's
get
it.
that?
I know you love that song. It's a great song.
I
That's
fucking love
Chaperone.
it. Do you know
Oh,
my
yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
song?
Okay.
Is it? It's Please, Please, Please.
No, it's a Billie Eilish song. Is my other
Oh,
one,
is
yeah.
it?
William.
No, it's the Happier
Yeah.
Than Ever.
Yeah, happier than
Yeah, yeah.
ever. So those are my 2. for
See, I
this-
thought about the song. I didn't know if it was 19. It was 2000.
Yeah, it was
What
like
kind of music does
2001.
Mario listen to? Any idea?
Yeah, no, Mario's 50. I know he looks
Mhm.
way better than me,
Yeah.
but he's
Yeah.
50. So
Yeah.
he listens to similar music.
Okay.
You know, he likes the 98 rock music.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mario.
So he loves, his favorite band is Metallica.
Okay.
He loves Metallica,
Safe, good pick.
and his favorite
Yeah.
song is Enter Sandman.
That's as
So he-
basic as it gets. That is
Right.
fucking basic.
So
Wow,
he-
that is the
But yeah.
pumpkin spice of the metal world.
Yeah.
He also has a show on Patreon Palooza.
Yes.
Yes.
Here's why. Excuse me.
That
That
time
time
of
of
the
the
month
month
with Mario.
The graphic for that is awesome. Thank you,
Mhm.
Dave Dennis.
Dave
I'm
Dennis.
excited for all this sort of
All
stuff.
right. We don't want to just completely alienate people that aren't on the Patreon. Oh, they'll get your act together. But
They're the only ones that matter to me.
that's true. You know
Fucking
what?
freeloaders.
We'll take a break here from our sponsors. You know what? Let's do a live read again. Let's do a live read off the cuff. Do you want to do that?
Let's do a live read off the cuff.
Yeah.
Who do you want? Do you want to take care of Randolph? I'll do GRB. Who are you looking for?
I want to take GRB Roofing.
You're going to take GRB
Yeah,
roofing?
because
okay.
is there anything that like your roof? If something goes wrong, you're not going to do anything, Joe. I'm not going to do anything.
Hell no.
How am I even going to know until it's way
I'm
too
also
late?
even if I knew how to do it, I don't want to be up there.
I don't know where the
No.
roof
It's
even
100
is.
degrees.
I
No.
can't be up there looking at YouTube tutorials.
God,
No,
no.
no, we'll die. You'll literally die. So, do you want to live and have a great roof, or die and do yourself and have a shitty roof?
The first one.
Yes.
Yes.
I promise you that more people die from falling off their roofs than any animal attack, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Or by going to grбroofing.com where no one's ever died.
No one's
Yeah.
ever got, I
Yeah.
mean, you might, maybe your finger, maybe you have a hangnail. That's the worst thing that could happen.
No, the
to you.
worst injury you're going to sustain calling 443-377-2094 is maybe exacerbating the hangnail. But beyond that, no animal attacks. You're not falling off a roof. No GRB roofing.
And if,
no one's falling
and
off.
if there is a dangerous animal like in your gutter on the roof, they're the ones that are going to deal with
We're
it.
going to fuck that thing
You're
up.
safe. You
and,
guys
and
are
Dave
safe.
Dennis says, GRB Roofing, we won't piss off your roof.
Yeah, there you go.
Unlike
exactly.
the people that are working
Jesus
on
Christ.
your house.
Yeah,
So,
and if somebody does end up falling off of a roof and it's not your fault, say you're pushed by a guy who's just trying to take a piss, we got a personal injury lawyer for you, and that is Randolph Rice from ricelawmd.com. You know, he's recovered hundreds of millions of dollars.
no, hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of millions, not millions, not tens, hundreds of millions of dollars for their client. Of course, Prosaurus, of course, Martha, they're still hanging out.
Mhm,
But
they're there.
Randolph, our boy, who,
Mhm.
by the way, don't think we didn't see the huge yacht-size advertisement in the golden brown waters of Ocean City this past weekend. Our boy Randolph
Oh, yeah.
has one of those big billboard fucking boats.
Hell yeah, he
that
does.
big, beautiful bastard was going from
Ooh.
1 unto 140 and back again
Gorgeous.
with his gorgeous visage across it.
I talked to Randolph today. Matter of fact, he offered me Oriole tickets. I said no, obviously because of the show.
Name a lawyer that offers
Yes.
you Orioles tickets. I'll
But-
wait.
But I said, look, I'm telling you right now, given my current financial situation, I'm looking for someone to sue.
I need
I told him
someone.
that. I said, I'm looking. I said, I'll keep my feelers out.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're around me, be careful.
Yeah, be real
Because
careful.
I will come after you right now.
Hey, if this was 2 years ago when you fell at the jazz festival, you would be suing them.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I'd
Duke
be suing the
Ellington's
Killers.
great grandson.
I'd be
Killers.
suing Chris
Killers.
Stapleton.
Exactly.
No, thank God it was fucking Val behind home plate, not you, because otherwise,
Yeah.
holy
Oh,
shit,
me?
Oh, absolutely.
someone
That's
would have been
right.
taken to
Right.
the cleaner.
I'd have an office at the Ravens facility.
Yeah, so go to ricelawmd.com. That's ricelawmd.com. Be sure to ask for our friend Randolph Rice or call 443-234-0279. Their consultation line is available 24/7. Call or text 443-234-0279. And please do us a favor. Tell them the DLP agenda sent you.
Hey, Ed got here late, and Ariel says, Ed,
Yes.
Joe is mad at Rob for taking a shift at the station because he's poor, all caught up.
Yeah.
You're good.
Hey, no, I've been seeing Ariel
Yay.
just taking me out. Ariel,
Yeah.
I'm already poor. I also don't need this,
Yeah.
right? My feelings are already hurt.
So
and
mind
I'm
your P's
poor.
and Q's around him when you come
Yeah.
to another live event. If you even bump into him,
That's
Joe is going to
right.
flop like
He
a
is.
fucking
He
World Cup
absolutely-
soccer player.
Mhm.
Anybody that comes within a foot of Joe's
That's
space
right.
bubble, he's going to hit the deck like someone in the
Like
Premier
LeBron
League.
James.
Yeah. Oh, my shoulder's stuck in that position. Yeah, we're going to get an absolute payday. Who do you think in the DLP universe we could sue and get the biggest windfall from?
Oh,
Sean.
Sean?
Yeah.
Well, okay, no, now outside of the primaries.
Oh.
Who in the audience? Who the
Oh.
friends? Who the friends of the DLP?
Well, obviously the richest person we know is Randolph.
Well, he's gonna.
Well, Randall's going to represent
but he's
you.
our
I think
guy.
he's gonna outwit us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're not
he will
beating
win.
him.
Yeah.
In a
Yeah.
it's
Why don't
not
I
happening.
take on Ariel's husband in a dunk contest?
Great point. Yes. Okay. I'll go toe to toe with Steph on how many guys at once. What are you going to
No,
do?
Dave Dennis.
You'd say Dave Dennis or
Yeah.
Mac? Isn't Mac doing
Yeah.
pretty well?
Mac
doing
does
pretty
well, but I believe
Scott
Dave
does.
Dennis.
Scott does well.
Oh,
Scott
yeah,
does
yeah.
well.
Bergson.
No, he
But
got
now,
some
if he didn't have kids
affluence.
to feed, he might be willing to settle.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good point. So yeah,
Mhm.
your Max, your Daves, fucking watch out around
Look
this
out.
guy. Okay. Trying to get one of them ambulance chaser
That's
type
right.
incomes.
Again, you could sue your dad.
Yes. Yes.
Get that
I
money
would
earlier.
definitely win. He
Yeah.
wouldn't remember that he didn't do what I'm accusing him of.
Yeah. That's what we do. We sue our parents here on the DLP agenda.
Do you think I could sue the workers at my house for emotional? How do they put
Emotional
it?
distress?
Emotional distress and hardship.
Go on.
Okay.
Yes.
So I wish I had a
Hey,
photo.
if you could sue for all that, you'd be a billionaire.
I would be,
Justin.
would be here.
Yes, but the
I'd-
person you could sue the most doesn't have any money.
Yeah.
Well, they do, but I know exactly how much they have because it's in my account.
I won my money.
I won my money. Yes, win Joe Robinson's money.
Yeah.
The new game show featuring you know who.
It's a scratch off free
Holy
ticket. Yeah.
Shit. So Evan and his mom built a fort in the living room. It's summertime.
Love that.
We're having fun. They're burning. They brought in some chairs. It's a classic kids fort. But
Is
we
it
got
a blanket?
there's a blanket
fort?
that
Okay.
covers it. It's tented, and they got an air mattress in there, and the thing is facing the television. And when we build a fort in the house, that thing's up for a few days. It's not a take it up, take it down same
course.
day. If we build that thing on a Sunday, maybe Thursday, demolition begins. So on Monday, the workers, they're really making progress on the house. Floors are done, drywall's done, carpet's done, but they're beginning to mud the bathrooms. Now, mudding is when you start to affix the pipe and the plumbing into the wall where it's going to go so you can put the new sink in. You can put the new toilet in. They're mudding it in place. So I got fucking guys over there. I mean, I got men. They're working. There's a guy downstairs. He's got a miniature jackhammer to break up the cement, to lay
That's
pipe
nice.
in the floor. They're also going outside to run pipe outside. It's hot as fuck. They're coming in and out. So I'm over there. She's at work. Evan's at camp. The other kids are with their stepdad or their real dad. So I'm home and I go to watch. I think I'd like to watch SmackDown from this last week.
Yeah.
I got to try and get caught back up with wrestling because we have an upcoming.
We do. and I'm way behind.
Yeah, it's, dude, same as I. Last Count
Yeah.
Anywhere, we're going to get a new episode up. So I'm like, I got to start getting caught up. So I crawl into Evan's fort.
Oh, no.
And what do I see in his fort? I see his brand new Switch 2. He's left it in there.
Okay.
So I turn on SmackDown. I snuggle underneath of the covers in this chilly room. I'm watching television. I'm holding a Switch 2.
It's called heaven.
I'm as comfortable and as leisurely as you've ever seen me. And as I'm in there watching John Cena do what he does, just a big man's head just leans into his. Hey, Need to show you a couple things. I'm like, be right with you, bud.
But I'm in my fort.
But I'm in my fort
Watching
right now.
wrestling.
Can you take a photo? So
Did you try to explain it away?
no, I pause everything. I go downstairs. How many times?
Hold on.
Does
did you have
he-
any snacks?
Oh, I didn't have snacks. I wish
If
I
you
had
have some
snacks.
Lunchables.
I wish I had like
Yeah.
fucking Twinkies.
If you were eating Uncrustable at the
like
time.
huge. Oh, I have some apple chips.
You have a
Let's share
juice
these.
box.
Yeah. I got a ton of
You're
these fucking
breastfeeding.
Lunchables. Yeah. I have a fucking ball. I'm breastfeeding. I'm jacking off.
Ariel said 3D Doritos.
Yes. Oh my god. How many more times did they come back up to visit me in Evans Fort while they were there?
Before we guess, the reason they did that is one of them said, "You're not
Hey,
going to believe
look
what
at
you're
this
not
dude.
gonna believe
Look at
this."
this
Yeah.
I think it's 6 more times.
I'll go 5.
It was 4 more times.
Okay.
4 more times. And there were things that they genuinely needed to
Mhm.
show me, like, hey,
Right.
this is where the sink is going to go. Are you sure you want the toilet here? You want us to?
Mhm.
I mean, things that they need me to.
They're important things.
Very important things.
But they're also wanted to see
But they're like,
a 45-year-old man in a fort.
is your chance to go check on the bitch? And it's just me, just is effeminate and snuggled. They're
Got
talking
caught.
shit.
Did you go right back?
Right back in.
Because where else are you going to watch?
Oh no, I'm not gonna go like watch it on my laptop. Like, oh, I'm gonna go work out in
No.
the shed, or I'm gonna
Yeah.
go pop the hood of my car and look at
What are you
everything in here.
wearing at this point?
I think I have a t-shirt and workout shorts.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Sure.
So, but the blanket in the fort. It's very cold. My HVAC is doing its job. It's this fur throw blanket. It looks like something that like an Inuit might wear inside of.
I
an
don't know what
igloo.
an Inuit.
Like
like
an Alaskan, like an
Right,
Eskimo.
right.
Yeah.
It looks like a pelt. is
Yes,
what
it
you're
looks like
saying.
a fucking pelt. I have a pelt around me playing The Legend of Zelda, watching guys do make believeums
Yeah.
while genuine ass men are coming in and out of my house, sweating
Real
their
men.
fucking nuts off.
Blue collar man.
Blue collar.
They build things. They
And they're
make
looking like,
things with their hands.
Why do I have to consult this fucking Nancy?
Yeah.
I
I
have
don't,
to-
he's going to.
I'm just gonna go. Oh, okay, that's good.
They
Every
already want
time.
your tampon drawer.
Wherever you think it would fit, wherever probably my butt.
Serious question. Do you think they like you?
No.
You don't think they like you?
No,
You think
clearly
they,
not.
You think
I-
they dislike you?
Yes.
No,
actively
I think
dislike me.
they like to make fun of you.
Oh yes.
Because I'm sure you're
Have
very
you
nice.
made any jokes around them?
No.
No?
No,
You're
I
being
just want them
serious.
to work.
Serious,
Just
Justin?
fucking please
That's
work.
the worst one.
It's the worst one. I'm just like, I'm not in here. It's like, hey, I love laying pipe too, fellas. No, they're you could just tell nothing about them.
You're
It's
not
like,
working on that new McDonald's bit?
yeah, I'm really trying to stretch out some fucking bits on them. No, they just want to
How
get
many
to
are
work.
there? How many of them are there?
The 3 at most.
Okay.
3 at most. The most that's been there. There was 4 and 2 were doing 2 separate jobs, 2 one room, 2 the other, but just snuggled in Evan's little cuddle sack in that womb of leisure.
Now,
was
maybe you won't share this, but
embarrassing.
have you ever, and anyone in the chat, I know Brittany was talking about her kids making forts. So have you ever then took that fort into a lovemaking place with the missus?
No. Never,
No.
never. I
You
have
don't
had
want to
sex-
ruin it.
hand
You
job?
don't want to ruin the beauty of
Have
the
you
segment.
jerked off
This
in
is a
there?
place of innocence.
Exactly.
This is a place of innocence.
This is a place of happiness.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Rob, you still have the memory. Fuck.
Oh, no.
Oh, I used to have a move.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I used to have a move,
Go ahead.
dude.
What
I
was
used to
it?
have a move show title so far.
What was it?
I would invite girls over to my apartment
Oh, no.
in Cockeysville and ask if they wanted to make a fort and watch a movie and would fuck them in it. And I would make
How many times you pull that off?
probably about 3 or 4. Do you know the girl that Sean and I both
Pretty
fucking did?
impressive.
The one that Sean and I both
Yeah.
talked about? Yeah,
No.
I got her with that move.
In the fort?
In the fort. I fucked
Yeah.
her in
This
the
the
fort.
first time you
Yeah,
fucked up.
I don't hate it.
No, it was
It
the
wasn't
second
a
time.
first. Okay.
But I have had first times in a fort where it's like, hey, look how
Did you
fucking-
actually
Yeah.
make the fort?
we made it together.
Listen, dude, I don't hate it.
I think it's good.
I
It's
don't hate
kind
it.
of an innocent move.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this
Yes.
one's childlike, but it was Netflix and chill before there was a Netflix.
I think it's good,
we
man.
rent some DVDs.
You should be proud of that move.
And we would like build like, and I would ask your input. Listen, what's your fucking lady brain? Where do you think we should put these pillows and shit? I clearly had a design in mind. And we would get in there and get all fucking snuggle. And next thing you know, I'd have a thumb upper and the
Oh,
movie's not
wow,
watching
that's
it, and then
A foreplay. I put a thumb up.
put a thumb up.
Not a
yeah.
garden gnome.
Yeah,
So-
you've been to Maine?
Did you have alcohol in the fort?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
there
sometimes.
music. Is this
No music usually,
Okay.
but sometimes maybe, smoke a J or there'd be
Sure.
a couple of beers, but there'd always be a movie. It would be in the fort, which gets you close.
Right.
and
right?
You kind of feel safe in this womb. And I'm telling you what, dude, that was fishing with dynamite.
Yeah.
It really
That's
was.
a good move.
Yeah.
What I used to do when I in my 20s.
Race
Yeah.
car bed, right? Race car bed.
Yeah.
Race car, but no, there's a mountain in Maryland called Sugarloaf Mountain. Are you
Yeah,
guys
sure.
familiar?
Heard of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
And you can climb it.
Okay.
Okay. And I used to be like, hey, let's
Ford
go climb.
Thunder.
Let's go climb. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Let's climb a mountain.
Swear to God,
So
I no
tired.
lie.
This sounds like how you start a crime,
hey,
Joe.
hand to God, I made out with at least 6 women on
Yeah.
top
Oh,
of
hell
that
yeah,
mountain
They
dude.
needed oxygen. Yeah.
because it is something that they'd never
Yeah.
done before. Now, what I will also say is, you're sweaty. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't ever remember then taking them back to my house and bedding them down. I don't ever remember that because it was too disdisgusting at that
Yeah.
point.
Do you know who's got the most
Too tired.
notorious race car bed of everyone we know?
What's that?
That guy right there. Because he might be sleeping
Okay.
in an
I-
actual race car.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, it's fucking
hold on,
behind that
maybe
curtain.
just a car
I'm
bed.
sorry.
Hold on, I have to tell a story, but I have to
Yeah.
tell it cryptically. And I'm sorry to the
I'm
listeners.
sorry.
I'm going to
That
have
was
to
just
just
my
say
fellas.
this story is about the person that he just showed.
We know
Yeah.
a guy that's lived in a car.
Yeah.
Okay. And,
A guy that lives in a car tells a woman he sleeps in a race car bed. It really is just a car.
I sleep in a old car, old
Yes.
junky car.
Yeah.
All right.
My race car bed has an AM/FM
Yeah.
radio.
Yes.
Yes. My race car bed has a rag for a gas cap.
Yeah. Plenty of people race Honda Odysseys.
Yes.
So, we got a text from Mario that
Yeah,
said
yeah,
to
yeah.
the group, he's now in our group chat,
Yeah.
and he
I
said,
bet he regrets that.
and he said, "Hey, does anybody know anybody that is willing that has like a camper or that's willing to rent it?"
Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and
He's
then
got a plan for that.
Chris Carlheim made a joke with that guy's
Okay.
name.
Yes.
Hold on, then you put his phone number in there.
Oh, he
Yeah.
didn't know it was a joke, Mario. How would he know?
Mario doesn't know it's a joke.
Tell me Mario tried to call it. Tell me
Listen,
Mario tried
Oh,
to call
no.
the number.
Listen.
Oh my god.
That would make me so fucking happy if he
Oh, my
tried.
God.
Mario texts me.
Oh no.
And he goes, "Do you want to text this guy with me, or do you want me to text him on?" I said, "No, don't text this guy. If he texts him,
Did you look at the number?
oh, I didn't look at the number. Oh,
It's not his number.
let me see the number.
Hold on. Is that in our text thread
It
somewhere?
is.
Hold on, hold on.
Just
How
put
far
his
back?
name in.
It says-
It's not that far back, but
Hold on. Oh my God.
Oh.
I got to find this. No, the bit is that we're like, oh my God.
then tell Mario to call him.
Who's got the number? And
I
was
think you're
like,
back too far.
Am I back too
Yeah,
far?
if
When
you
was it?
put in the search his name, it's going to be the last thing that's in your. In your,
Okay. All right. So Mario.
No, not that name. The other name. The name of the person.
oh,
'cause
okay.
Carl
yeah,
had said
you
his
should.
name. Yeah.
Completely
Okay.
different name.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
I entered that right there. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna copy this.
Did
I
you
was-
make up a number, or is that
No,
somebody?
it's an actual number
Okay.
to a place.
I didn't know you
Okay.
had Brittany's
By the way,
phone
in
number.
chat, feel free to guess.
Yeah.
That's the number.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's the
okay.
Pride Center of Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's-
right. Yes.
Hey, I gave him a
It's
number.
Judah. Do you have a Winnebago I could rent? What do you
Yeah.
got going on?
Well, yeah. I
As
gave
a matter
him
of
the
fact, we
number
do. Do you mind if someone joined you?
for
Yes.
Maryland for like a Maryland Pride Outreach Center. So I gave him that guy's
God, I
number.
wish I had
I would-
known that.
I did
I
not give
would've-
the real number.
I would have said, no, don't
No,
text, call.
you should have let him
Oh,
do it
hell yeah.
off, even if you thought it was who
Oh,
it was.
No, I can't because I'm the only person that he knows. So what he would have said is,
Oh.
this person, me, told
Oh,
him that.
Oh,
true,
it's so
I
true.
can't have
fucking
that. I
funny.
All
can't
right,
have that.
I was
Oh.
okay.
Hey, speaking of callers, man, I don't
Everyone's heard of this person we're talking about. So
You
I don't-
have-
I don't want to.
know. Patreon,
Yeah.
we'll say it.
Okay, there you go.
Patreon will do it. You want to hear it? You want to
Okay.
get the fucking dirt? You got to pay for it. $5. Come on. It's really been fucking just Justin's working. Let's fucking hit him up week. I don't know what the fuck it is, and I'm not going to do the classic comedian. I don't come into your fucking job, smack the dick out of your mouth bit.
Mhm.
But every now and then, I do just want to go into someone's fucking office and just stand in their cubicle and just start shouting random shit into
While
their
they're
ear
trying to do
while
an
they're trying to like
Excel
talk to a
spreadsheet.
client. Like just people just wanting to just fucking shoot the breeze with me while I'm doing a major market radio
Yeah.
show. Just being like, hey, what the fuck's been up? I don't know, trying to talk to 90,000 people right now, but I'll put them on hold to talk to your simple ass. There's two people that call more than anybody else to the radio show. One I love, and one's about to get blocked.
So one's your dad, right?
One is clearly my dad.
Mhm.
The other
Is he the one you love?
he's the one. The one I love There's a young man named Elliot. I fucking love Elliot.
Yeah.
And Elliot, I'm telling you, there's some people I'll put a bullet in, and Elliot, I'll take one for.
Okay.
That's a guy that, listen, if my family's on fire and Elliot's over having lunch, guess what? Elliot gets saved.
Good for you, Elliot.
Elliot, I'll hear Joe on the phone with Elliot, and he'll go, okay, buddy, this is what we're talking about today. We're talking about who's a character in a movie that you wish you could be. And I'm like, okay, we'll talk to Elliot. And then the next day, we're like, Elliot, I'm not sure about today, but we're talking about things you found in someone's ass during an orgy. So today's probably not the day we're going to talk.
Not an Elliot day.
Okay, I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
He just calls in, just likes calling the show.
You have no problem telling him no, and he's fine with it too.
My dad just has been calling the fucking show regularly, and he's blind firing. He's fucking aiming from the hip. He doesn't know what we're talking about.
Oh, he does. He's not even listening to the show.
He doesn't even know.
He thinks he can just wing it.
Fuck, we're talking
He's calling
about.
during sports.
He's never called. He's never called before. Now he's calling every other goddamn week. And I know it's because he got his girlfriend in the car with him, and she loves hearing him call the radio station. So today, his number keeps fucking coming up on screen during the, hey, have you ever smoked crack? Phone calls that we had.
Yeah.
We had an entire conversation.
Has he?
No, he clearly hasn't smoked crack, but in the middle of getting I'm fascinated with dark, fucked up narcotics tales.
Yeah.
Sucking dick for the rock.
Hey, it's Dad.
Hey, your dad's on the phone. And he'll just call what's up, Dad? Have you ever blank subject? Just saying hi, boyo. And I always go, Donna in the car? Yes, she is.
So he never answers the question.
It's never anything to do with the topic. And today of all days, we got fucking phone banks filled with fucked up junkie calls.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Covered.
It's good radio.
It's
easy for you too.
It's easy for me. You start talking violence or narcotics, and the phones explode. And he just wants to shoot the fucking breeze in the middle of the show. And I'm on the air going, Terry, I ain't picking up. I'm just telling you, I'm not picking up.
Have you thought about having this conversation as a break and then making a bit, him calling in and derailing, right? Have you thought about that?
Like a counter each month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Justin's dad
the audience is in on it?
Something. I might, it's not a bad idea. I'll have Joe whip up Stamboni like an element.
Oh, whenever he calls.
Yeah. And now Justin's dad calling for no good reason because his girlfriend's in the car and is a fan of the station because my dad decided to fuck a 98 Rock fan.
Have you just thought about actually coming up with topics that are things you'd like to ask your dad? And so he might call in and then suddenly...
Well, maybe Justin's like me in that he doesn't want to ask his dad fucking anything.
I don't want... Yes, because my dad has a tendency to tell stories.
That's good for the radio.
He's good with
in a way.
Does he want
that makes it very he has these fucking pregnant pauses that the minute you're like, okay, so he's not going to talk. He fucking just stop. Yes, the entire time you sound like a bad cell phone signal trying to respond to it.
Welcome to Here's Why We're Hard.
Here's
episode.
Yes, here's why you're not getting your phone call.
Scary
picked up
Terry.
Anymore.
Yes.
So it's just listen. If I don't fucking respond to you during the show, just know it's because I'm doing a goddamn show. I don't know what it was late last week and early into this week. It's just been shoot the breeze from 5 to 10 week. I don't know what it is.
Now, is he are you calling him up and going, Dad, you can't do this? Are you telling him this?
I need to have that talk.
Okay, so you haven't.
I did that on the air during that break.
Oh,
where I
you
was
did?
just like, hey, I'm not picking up.
But he thinks you're doing a bit then or something.
He's like, he fucking loves when I do that. I'm like, it kind of puts a stick in the spokes of the wheel.
I get it.
The forward momentum.
If I tell my father not to do something, as soon as I've told him, it's gone.
Oh yeah, he's not doing it to spite you. He just forgets.
He wouldn't.
Yeah.
He won't stop hitting on waitresses. He also won't.
He'll never stop doing that.
I took a new
Nor
video
should he.
this past weekend when I walked in. He goes, "Oh my God!" He did it again.
Shit. Like if you got like something that's like apropos to the show. Nikki, your husband hit me with the 2 cows that got loose in Westminster. He sent me a picture. Good fucking content. Shoemake. We'll start saying something about wrestling or some guy that does, and he'll send me an article or something like that. Shit is helpful.
You're moving the conversation
Oh
forward.
yeah. No, that when I get
you're
stuff
not
like that,
stopping
when
it.
I get a message like that, I go, okay, this is a thing that I can take and then put onto the air. That shit's great. But I mean, I'll get messages from someone like, I just had the biggest burger ever. I'm like, okay, what the fuck do you want me to do with that? We're in the middle of talking to the police commissioner.
All right.
Which we were years ago.
Yeah.
And then someone's like, man, I just had a burger that blew my socks off.
All right. Thanks for the call.
I'll tell the guy who's hitting us with crime stats that you just murdered a double bacon cheeseburger.
Would you rather get a text while you're on the air that has nothing to do with the subject that you're discussing?
Okay.
Or get a text off the air when you're not on the air asking what time your show is?
Oh my God.
Ooh, you mean like how can I get there? What the parking's like? That whole
Just
thing?
what time? Just what time's the show?
I'll probably take the first one. Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them. My fuse is the line.
Somebody's
the first
listening
one
on
you
device
can,
these
because
days.
here's the
Yeah.
deal. Like I'll text our group text and won't even think about you being on the air. So you do get
Well,
text.
no, I get group texts all the time. My phone is going to go.
And you
off.
just
I
don't.
get that.
You just.
But
if
there's
you're-
like some one-to-one shit that I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, I got you.
what does this have to do with the thing that I'm doing right now? And I mean, public enemy number one right now is my fucking dad. I gave you guys the which one of these texts are real or fake.
Yeah.
And that shit's happening.
No, you've been talking about this. It seems like it's getting worse,
it's
not
getting
better.
worse.
And I think you're at the point where you need to do something. Have you considered blocking his number?
I've thought about it.
Okay.
Ariel just said, "Did I raise your blood pressure with that scenario? Did that trigger you? Was that
Okay.
triggering?
Here's something that might make you feel good. You had this idea, Justin, Shark Tank,
I know I'm not getting an inheritance.
where if someone would send us a podcast, we would, in a Shark Tank style,
Yes.
decide if maybe we put it up, maybe
Yes.
we air it. And our dear friend Kelsey,
I don't think she's in chat today. I
Kelsey
haven't seen her.
is in chat
Oh, she
earlier.
is?
I believe
I didn't
she
see
was
her.
here. Yes,
she
Kelsey
sent
was
me,
there.
It's,
Okay.
I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's 17 minutes. But we're going to play a snippet. I'll start from the top.
Hey, if you play the whole thing, we don't have to do the rest of the show.
Good idea. We just leave.
Roll
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
Right.
Bye.
Right. And then it's called Am I Weird? And we'll just see what we think. Do we like it? Do we want to hear more of it?
Hello, welcome. This is Kelsey from the SheLP Agenda. Just kind of sitting here thinking about how weird I am compared to other people. Just wondering if anybody else does any of these weird things or thinks any of these weird things. For example, one of my coworkers asked, "What's the first thing you do when you get off work?" And I say, I immediately go to my car and pick my nose because I've been dying to do it all day. They meant like when I get home, do I change my clothes and take a shower? Do I get something to eat? It was very awkward from then on. So now I have to wait till I'm halfway down the road to start picking my nose because I know they're going to be watching me. Another thing I've been told is very strange is that when I poop, I need to have my pants completely off. I like to be able to stretch, bring my knees up. Everybody says the squatty potty is where it's at, but I like to be able to have options of crouching on the toilet or sitting backwards if I'm feeling a little frisky.
Sitting backwards.
Okay. I'm
Yes.
intrigued.
Are
intrigued.
you kidding
I'm
me?
compelled. By the way, the SheLP girls are saying that she's gone solo.
Yeah, Beyonce just left Destiny
Hold on,
Child.
I do.
Yeah.
Can I just what we heard?
Timberlake just left in sync.
So what does sitting backwards mean? Like facing?
You face the tank.
Facing the
You ever seen the
tank?
gargoyle?
Oh,
where you
boy.
squat on the bowl and then squat low to shit?
Face the Tank.
Face
is a good
the
show
Tank.
title.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Hold on.
Shark Tank.
So if she's at Applebee's,
Yeah.
Yes.
Face in the
she
tank.
takes her pants all the way off,
All the way off.
hangs them on that hook.
Yep.
Turns the other way.
It says
puts
reverse
her leg.
reverse cowgirl poop.
That's amazing.
Is that
Yes.
real? Yeah. By
I
the
believe
way,
her.
I don't want
When's Kelsey lied to us?
I don't want to
Okay.
spoil the answer to the question,
Yeah.
but I think it's clearly obvious. But the
She's-
am I weird?
Yeah.
Yes, I get that you pick your nose in private every day that you go to work, 5 days a week, 52 days, 250 days. Every
Yes.
time you get in the car, you have to pick your nose.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
But she
I would just
holds it
excuse
in.
myself to the
There's
bathroom.
no
and,
bathroom
you know,
picking. I feel like she has some longer section. I don't know.
Maybe she's
That-
got big boobs.
Mhm.
That
She's
is
got a petite nose.
yeah. That's way less weird than taking your pants off in the Target.
I will
I've
say
taken
this.
my pants off to shit before. Not often.
As a theme, I think other people could do Am I Weirds, or Steph, before we can make the joke, says, Am I a slut?
Yeah.
Am I this? If there's any, so this is a question.
That could be a new series. Am I weird?
No,
Right.
clearly.
It could be. We all have things that we do that are weird.
Oh, yeah. Like smell Flexall 454 when you come, which is just now a part of it.
That you mention every show.
And I'm going to keep
Am I weird that I bring it up in every conversation?
until you do.
Are
and
you
then you'll
worried?
thank me.
Are you worried that you're going to need it?
It's now
Oh,
90% of the time.
Oh no.
I have a 3-ounce travel size container.
God, are you
from
just
Target.
so bored when it's not there? You're like, oh,
It's always there because I have. You ever see what's it called? What's it? Carmex. The
oh
stuff
yeah.
for the
Oh,
lip?
you shoved
Okay.
it in one of those.
But no, they make a size that big. That's travel size.
Anyway,
for
you really
it's
are.
in my
Are
fucking desk, and I'm
you-
just,
Willing? Have you thought about
I'll do it on the show.
no
What?
doing it when you're actually having sex?
Well,
with
that will require me to have
a
sex.
person.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying,
not in the cards.
it will
brother.
happen again.
Let's say you did.
TBD.
Let's say you did,
Okay,
and it was just sitting right by
Mhm.
the bedside.
I'm reaching for it.
You reaching for
I'm
it?
telling you.
Yeah.
I'm begging one of you to report back and
Okay.
go, you fucking innovate.
Yeah.
You innovate.
Somebody has to do this. and
When
get
I
back
got to
to
give
us.
full credit where credit's due to
Yeah.
the man that taught me
Yeah.
about it. But please, I'm gifting you to the most intense nut.
Got it.
And
Okay.
again,
Okay.
Flexall, Icy Hot, or BioFreeze.
Have
Can
you,
you
have you
just take
tried
a
all
big-
three?
No, just
Oh, not
Flexall.
Bengay?
I haven't done Bengay, but
I think you should
A
try
big
all
rip,
three.
like
just right when
Yeah.
you're like here, you it's past the point
Right.
of no return,
right.
rope sniff, and just across the room.
So
Okay.
here's
It's
the poll
fucking
question.
awesome.
Should we air the entire 17-minute episode of Kelsey's Am I Weird on our Patreon Palooza Day?
Show of hands.
By the way, what you played, I've listened to just that, so I stopped listening. But I messaged her on Instagram. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, of
I like it
course.
already.
Yeah, I mean,
We like honesty. We like
no-
self-deprecation.
I
Yes.
had no idea what I was going to hear.
I like attractive women.
Yeah, I didn't-
being gross.
I didn't give you guys any setup.
I
as
like
soon as I
that.
heard the first minute, I mean, clearly we,
Yeah.
we
also,
want it.
She
Yeah.
has an ASMRness about her
Mhm.
Yeah.
to where she could read a diner menu and you'd get a boner. So yeah, I'm yay. I'm yay for Kelsey.
Okay, I'm yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm not even doing a
unanimous
poll.
across the
It's
board.
happening.
No, no,
Golden ticket.
They will win.
You're
it'll
in.
be unanimous.
Exactly.
So
Welcome.
don't
The
do that,
first
yes.
winner is Shark Tank. We make her part of the Palooza.
It's part of the Palooza. I'm committing to it right now. Maybe this will be the poll question.
Okay.
Because it's 17 minutes. We're a minute and a half in. She's already said two things that are weird. Do you think the straddling, pooping backwards, will that be the weirdest thing she says? Or we just scratched the weird surface?
Oh yeah, is she just hitting us
Exactly.
with the
'cause
salad
normally
before the
you
entree?
You, you work up to it.
Let's see if she's got good broadcaster
Yes.
instinct. She gives you a little bit before ramping up the
Mhm.
crazy.
Picking your nose every time you leave work might just have something to do with you having a dry nose.
2 out of 10. Yeah, that's
Right.
on the
Mhm.
weirdness scale. I'm not even counting that as
But
weird.
disrobing in a public place
I'll
and
give-
then going backwards on the toilet.
Let's start with one.
Yeah.
Hey,
just-
you
just
just flush like
disrobing.
this. You're
Yes,
right. You're
yeah.
right.
Just disrobing
It's a
to
lot
begin
to
with.
disrobe.
If you've got a romper, you have to.
Yeah.
There's been times where I know this is going to be a fucking calamity, so I'll take my pants all the way off,
Okay.
but not all the time. One out of every
But
30.
sometimes when that's it, it's an emergency that you can't, have time for that.
Exactly. The face of the bowl is all new, and I'm worried that I would miss.
Well, I know you,
Mm.
Justin, and you're a guy who that gets into your head, and you're going to try it.
I might try it to try.
Kelsey says she doesn't poop in public.
She doesn't poop in
Oh,
public.
okay, I got you.
I got a nice new
that
toilet
changes
upstairs.
things,
The
yeah.
first new toilet's
Sure.
been installed.
Mhm.
I love to really test the limits of that thing. Okay. Yes.
But sometimes you don't have a choice.
No, I agree.
And if you don't have a choice,
you'll get to that point where you
do
have
you
to. Mm-hmm.
completely disrobe? And do you go backwards?
I think
on
she
the-
just leaves. She just goes home.
I do love a fully nude
Yeah.
shit. I've
I-
taken a few.
I-
Usually
that's
before
a rare
shower.
thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
Before shower.
have you ever gotten in the shower, realized you have to shit, get out,
Yes.
shit, and then go back in? That's also great.
Have you ever shit and realized now I have to shower?
Yeah.
There's no,
Yeah.
there's no wiping.
I
There's no
do that.
bidet in this world.
Mhm.
I do that once a week.
Weekly. I'm with you.
You
At
ever
this point,
shit in the shower?
never. Need
No.
to. Well, that's not true.
Well,
no,
not-
during the flu.
By accident, yeah. But
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
I've never stamped it down through
Oh,
the.
what am I
Mm.
saying? I've been shit on in the shower
Wait.
and thrown up on
By a child.
by a grown man.
Okay.
Waldorf Pete, who got himself sick because he had been drinking to excess and he ate an old Subway sub and he didn't feel good. I'm like, how long was that thing in there? He had gotten a tuna and ham sub that he bought 5 days prior. He bought it on a Monday.
Tuna and ham.
I've
never heard of that combination.
Well, he loves it.
Okay.
He's getting sick, and I've got to lift him up because he's sitting on a sofa. This must have been 15 years ago. He's sitting on a sofa, and he starts to throw up on himself. I'm like, you're going to fucking mama cast this. Let's get you up. I get him. I walk him over to the shower, and I'm literally taking my friend's clothes off. See his big, hairy fucking dick in my face. I'm getting off, and as I'm pulling his clothes off, like reaching, trying to turn the water off, I just feel splattery yak on my back. I'm like, God damn it, dude, you're throwing up on me. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sure it smelled good.
I'm so sorry. As I reach, fucking nugget of shit falls out. I was like, dude, you're shitting now, dude. Stop. And he's just puking and
now,
shit.
do you just get in there and get yourself
At
clean?
that point, I'm like, I'm in the shower with him.
Yeah.
I take my shirt off, but I have my jeans on still, and I borrow a pair of his sweats. Which he wears like a 3XL. He's so much bigger than me. So I had to cinch him up real tight. But to get back to your question earlier, I'm thinking the reverse cowgirl on the toilet is not the weirdest thing she's done.
All right.
Speaking of weird, the first 60 seconds.
Maybe I'll have to say is in the top 5 weirdest things.
Tell you what's weird. I'm kind of veering from script here. Rob, hold the back of your cell phone up. Hold that cell phone up. Look at that. That's a nice case in case you drop it when you got there.
Yeah.
Joe, you got a raw dog cell phone, brother?
Yeah.
This is my work. My other cell phone died.
Yeah.
This is my work cell phone.
You got a bareback cell phone?
I cracked mine the other day,
think about it
and I
all
have
the
a case.
time.
You
know
raw
why?
dog that cell phone?
You know how long? Look, it's got a home button. This is my work cell phone.
That
The
thing is
BlackBerry?
fucking old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how long I've had this?
Is that a Zune?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Look at it.
Let's get a case on that.
Look at it.
It's your most successful
Look at it.
relationship.
I've never done. Yes, it's, yeah, you're right. It's
It really
been through
is.
2
Yeah.
wives or
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
Holy shit. But yeah, hey, speaking of weird, update to a story from the last show that we can get into now a little bit before we jump in about 10. My son, who's now looking to make money, I briefly talked about this on
selling your
Genesis earlier.
clothes, your t-shirts.
We found the buyer.
Okay.
We found the buyer. It was my neighbor.
Ah.
My neighbor has the clothes.
Okay.
And I gave them their money.
Oh, he gave him $20. And
yes. And he's like, yeah, okay. But he wasn't taking his money back. Like, I'm giving you your fucking money back. I'm not keeping money for the clothes that I didn't want. So all's well that ends well. Because I was also thinking, what fucking weirdo is buying clothes from a kid, $5 a pop for stinky shirts?
Well, there's a kind of guy that does that.
That sounds
children.
That sounds
Not somebody
familiar.
like
Yeah, they come out of vending machines in Tokyo.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar because a lot of times there'll be a mistake that's made by another member of your family and then you pay for it.
Yes, that is often.
yeah.
It somehow involves my money. But no, it was our neighbor Mike, the guy's great. So I got my shirts back, but he's not done being an entrepreneur.
Hold on, Ed with a good line. It's an iPhone Prime number.
That's hilarious. So Evan sets up a lemonade stand. And classic lemonade
The
stand.
Mount Rushmore of kids' businesses.
It's between that, mowing lawns, and delivering newspapers.
Yeah,
that's
maybe
it.
shoveling snow.
There you go. There's your 4 on the
And
Mount
he's
Rushmore.
got the cups. What size?
Red Solo cups.
Okay, red
Oh,
Solo
Red
cups.
Solo cups.
And what's he charging?
He's charging $2 a cup.
Okay.
$2 a cup.
reasonable.
And it's powdered drink mix, and it's
Okay.
one of those big things.
Yeah, made
Well,
to order.
I watch him. Yes, it's all fresh made, fucking chemical powder. Well, I watch him get set up, and I go and I do this event at the Horseshoe Casino. I come back a few hours later, and I say, "Hey, how did it all go?" Like, we made $28 or something. Oh, way to go, bud! And we split it up, me and his bud, and Mudge is shooting me a look, and the look is like, "Oh, there's a story to tell." And I go, what'd you get? Did you buy some? And the family's like, oh, yeah. Got a real entrepreneur on our hands. Went out looking for clients.
Door to
Evan
door.
Took a cup of lemonade with no shoes on and just walked down the street.
He's cold calling.
He's walking up to people's doors and just knocking on
Can
a
I
fucking
interest you
door.
in some Minute Maid?
He's like, would you like to buy this for $2? It's a kid.
He's got a square reader.
He's got no shoes on.
Right.
He's asking you to buy a cup of yellow liquid.
By the way, did he sell it?
No,
Of
not
course
a fucking
I would
person.
have bought that in 2 seconds. I wouldn't have
It's-
drank it, but I
okay.
would have, yeah, I would have.
Yes,
Yeah, I would've done the
it's
same thing.
lemonade. I'm buying
Yeah.
it. Yes, get off my lawn, you fucking street urchin. But I love him, but fuck me, he's an idiot. He's going house to house.
That's good, man. That's a good sign. That's aggressiveness.
He's looking to get.
But he's got an entrepreneur spirit.
He does. He's a go out and get him. He's not scared of stuff. I appreciate it.
You think he'll be a CEO one day? Yeah.
I can't wait to organize a search party because he just had to go and try and make a couple of bucks.
Or an Amber Alert.
Yes, exactly. We got an alert. We got a gold alert. Someone's making money. So yeah, he went door to door selling cups of shitty lemonade.
Did you not find out till he got back?
I was all done and broken down, and I was like, "How did it go?" And she was like, she said she went out to the lemonade stand, and his little friend was just sitting there, and she's like, "Where'd Evan?" And he points up the street. He's like 2 blocks away. Again, no shoes on. And he's just walking up to homes we have no business knowing who they are. And I'm like, what was your sales pitch? Like, would you like to buy this? No, I don't.
I think it's awesome.
I mean, it's funny, and I appreciate the confidence.
If you go into a neighborhood, all three of us, we drive into a neighborhood we don't live in.
Yeah.
And we set up our own lemonade stand without a kid there.
Oh, yeah.
Just 3
do we sell
dudes.
any?
3 grown men?
No.
I bet we do.
I bet we do.
Or no, we're separate because 3 grown men, it seems like we're doing it for our kids. If it's just a solo guy, it seems creepier, right?
Do we have the DLP lemonade stand challenge where we individually?
I'm in an apartment. Do I just knock on people's doors?
Where would you do yours? Where would you do yours?
I mean, I got to bring a table and lemonade, and I got to do it's a whole thing.
Would your apartment complex be okay if you're like kind of out front? 'Cause you got the little area.
I can't sell lemonade where I eat. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to your fucking place.
Come to my house.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, come to the fucking Cape.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go right out my front of my yard. I mean, right into my driveway.
Yeah.
I'm also going to have a parking sign where the gravel driveway is so people can pull over.
They're gonna pull over.
Right?
This guy's got lemonade.
Right.
Mario's going to have one of those orange parking vests on. Just guide people.
You have Mario. That helps.
Behind the car.
Yeah, and I'll sell it. Yeah, I think $1 is probably where I'll go.
Yeah, you can price it however you want.
Yeah, $1.
How much you make?
I would upcharge it with alcohol.
Oh shit, you zhuzh it up.
Oh, I know, but like
I'll report you.
Yeah. Joe calls the Better Business Bureau on you. He calls 311.
Yeah, he sues me.
I put an accent on.
No, I sell you one. You sue me with Randolph.
I'm
allergic to alcohol.
There's a man in front of the West End Grill. I do not know why he is selling the
Okay. Would you just walk up to a stranger's house like Evan and it's with 1 cup of lemonade?
Hey, okay, I walk with a couple of lemonade.
$2. You interested?
And you got a bottle of Tito's with you. $2, $5. What do you think? There's been low points in my life that if a fucking stranger showed up with a cup of lemonade and a bottle of Deep Eddies and was like 2 or 5, I'm like 5. 10 is a matter of fact.
100%.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
That could be
down.
Get in here as a matter of fact. Come hang out with.
I'm on a pretty busy road.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
That's my issue.
I have a big advantage.
You do.
Speaking of drinking, who's this dude that you were talking about earlier?
Dude, I went to get my hair cut today.
Yeah.
Shout out Rob.
Way to put a hat on.
I don't know how people that cut hair.
That's a great point. You get your hair cut, you put a hat on.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got the fucking logo on, huh? There you go.
Sure. I don't know how these guys make money. Shout out, it's the Eastport Barber.
Yeah, boy, it sounds like it should be $1 billion operation.
Mm-hmm.
And I go in there, and I've never gone in there and where somebody goes, "Oh, here come." I've only walked in, and I've just sat down every time. I've never waited for a haircut.
Never been. We'll try and squeeze you in. It's like sit right
every
down.
time they're available.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then when you get my haircut today, I got my haircut, and my beard trimmed. It's $25.
Jesus, how much you tip?
I gave him 40. I got 40 out of the thing.
Nice. Okay.
So
40?
Good man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give them 5.
And you're asking how they're making money?
Well,
that's
made
$40 in 5 minutes.
That's me.
Okay.
It's not 5 minutes. Obviously, I got my haircut and my beard trimmed.
But
they're also. It's not like they have one of me every 5 minutes. And people probably don't. I'm not acting.
You're a high point of the day.
Right.
That's like, I take care of that guy.
But a guy who cuts my hair often, his name's Rob. He's a listener.
Sounds like a dick.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Rob.
Hey.
Love you.
And Rob says today, he goes, I went out fishing with my boys. He goes, they started drinking at 11 o'clock. He goes, I got a hard, fast rule. I don't drink till 5:30.
Okay.
He doesn't break the rule.
I like that.
Good man.
5:30, he doesn't break it.
The work day's done after 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is he drinking every day? Or
he drinks. He says he drinks every single night. He starts at 5:30. He ends at 10. He says he drinks the same amount of beers or more. So there's a minimum. How many beers does he drink every night? Now, I'll give you one hint.
So it's 4.5 hours.
It's 4.5 hours. He told me it takes him 4 sips to drink a beer.
Is he drinking?
Jesus.
Do you know the kind of beer he's drinking? Just
I'm
a
assuming
Miller Lite, just
Coors Light,
good
Miller,
question.
a Bud.
not drinking an
don't know.
IPA. Okay, let's just say it's a standard.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's not an IPA.
Drinking a light beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This guy's buying beers by the case.
Miller, Bud. That's what he's drinking.
I'll say what 4 sips to House of Can.
Mhm.
I mean, you get that first big long draw for one.
This is every night.
It'll
by the
take
way.
me about 6 or 7 to House of Beer. Every night, I'll guess 10 beers.
I think you're way low. I think he's drinking 4 an hour. So that's 16 plus 18.
He drinks 20 beers. I'm going to give it to you.
Yes.
He says a minimum every night. He drinks 20 beers. What's the question I asked him?
How much is that costing you?
No, that's a good
How many
question.
times do you wake up to piss?
That's
See?
exactly what I
Yes.
asked.
Yeah.
I go,
He has a
20.
rule. He wakes up to piss at 11, 12, 1,
You know what he
2,
says?
3,
He
and 4.
says
I don't. I
he
just pissed
says-
the bed.
No, he says he wakes up like 9 times.
Yes, dude. That's one of the reasons I don't drink
Constantly,
beer. I
yeah.
piss nonstop.
Why don't he just do like just 4 shots and call
Yeah,
it a day?
have 3 really nice mixed drinks,
Mhm.
some rum and cokes,
Dude.
some Jack and Cokes.
I'd probably have to get a catheter if I was doing that.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no way I'm
This is
getting
the
up
guy
for
in
a
fucking
nine.
the guy that
diaper.
cuts his hair.
20 beers. The dude that's shaping you up as a fucking. He's got the shakes.
shaking
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
I'm trying to do a fade.
Hey,
Joe's missing
do you want a
fucking eyebrow.
Brazilian?
He doesn't go through withdrawals until 5:30.
Yeah, until
okay?
5 is when he starts. So you got
Very
to see him
consistent.
early in the day. Get an earlier appointment because at
God.
5 o'clock he is.
Oh,
fucking
no,
your
no.
whole
You don't
wig
want to
up.
go in there at
By the way,
closing time.
It's easy to stop drinking at 10 if you've had 20 beers.
That's
It's like he
Yes.
can barely move.
He has no choice. He doesn't know his own name.
Right.
He
That's
can't
hilarious.
Get this to this.
Yeah, he's not bringing that to that, but you're bringing those dollars to the Patreon.
Love you.
Patreon.com/the DLP agenda. If you're already a member, July 8th is going to be your fucking Super Bowl. If you're not, just $5 gets you in. Thank you to everybody, by the way, that has already taken existing Patreon subscriptions and bumped them up a tier. We do need to start really helping people out and hooking them up with some of the promised incentives.
Yeah.
Promise we will. But yes, new Dork Dynasties and LCAs and story times. And here's why you're hard. Here's why you're wrong.
Mhm.
At time of the month with Mario and some surprises.
There's a new Tommy story up on the Patreon right now. So
And some new polls. Maybe we'll have another one up
Yeah.
about the decision to fill in
we got
tonight.
all kinds of.
We
Yes.
appreciate everybody for hanging out here tonight. We'll talk to you next week on the DLP agenda.
Later.